Hey there, wonderful, fabulous you. Now, did you know that you had something really important in common with the great painting of the Mona Lisa? Now, let me tell you some facts about this beauty. Now, the Mona Lisa was painted by the great artist Leonardo da Vinci, and it is considered the greatest treasure of the Renaissance art movement. Now, Leonardo da Vinci spent nearly 20 years working on this painting and perfecting it. And there's a report that says that he spent 12 years just working on the Mona Lisa's lips because he wanted to get it just the way he wanted it. So with all his skill, all his expertise, we know that the end result is a masterpiece. Anywhere you go, everybody knows what this is a painting of. There have been many duplicates, but there's only one Mona Lisa. Well, remember I asked you, what is it that you have in common with this painting? Well, Ephesians 2:10 tells us that we also are masterpieces. Not Leonardo da Vinci's masterpiece, we are God's masterpiece. And of course, a masterpiece is someone's greatest work. So when God was looking to express himself in the greatest way, the most awesome way, the most powerful way, the most beautiful way, he expressed himself by creating us, by creating you, and by creating me. Now, let me tell you a little bit more about the Mona Lisa. In 1911, the painting was stolen, and the person that stole it hid it away for a couple of years while he looked for a buyer. In 1913, he thought he had found a buyer, but the person he was going to sell it to actually reported him to the police. He was arrested. The Mona Lisa was recovered and returned to the Louvre Museum, where it is now today. So if you want to see the Mona Lisa, you've got to travel to Paris, France, and you will see it behind a non-reflective glass case in a temperature-controlled security box where over 8 million people a year come just to admire this wonderful painting. Now, the value of the Mona Lisa today is listed at over $1 billion. Yes, I said billion with a B. And in some reports, it's even listed that there is no amount. It's really a painting that is priceless. Now, if something that a man created, a man with great skill, a man with great talent, working on for years and years and years, if something that he created could be valued at so much, let's think about the value of those who are created, not by man's hands, not by man's skill, not by man's schedule, and not by man's inclinations, but something that is created by the very creator of everything himself. How much more are we valued in the eyes of God, and how much more should we be valued by ourselves? So we really need to come to the understanding of the important point that when you don't know who you are, you can end up accepting less than what you're worth. I'm going to say that again. When you don't know who you are, you can end up accepting less than what you're worth. See, we are masterpieces, not because we're perfect. We're masterpieces. We're the greatest creation of God because he's perfect. And because he's perfect and expressed his perfection by creating us, it makes us his greatest work of art. And you know, it's interesting to note that the Mona Lisa really gained its claim to fame when it was stolen. See, those 2 years that the person that has stolen the painting had it in hiding, it created alerts all over the world for people to find this painting, this work of Leonardo da Vinci that someone has had the audacity to steal, the audacity to keep from the world, the audacity now to say that they're going to control who can see it and when they can see it. And so I want to ask you right now, is there something in your life that may be stealing from the masterpiece that you were created to be? Something that's kind of keeping you hidden from the world, that's kind of keeping you in a place of obscurity where the gifts and talents that you were created for the world to benefit from are being hidden, they're in hiding, and they're laying dormant right now? Is there some situation that maybe you need to change, a relationship, maybe you need to adjust, that's kind of causing what's on the inside of you to be kept from the great impact that it can make among the people in your family, among the people in the world? Well, if it is, I want to encourage you today to remember who you are so that you can understand and accept only what you're worth. Because when you do that, you come to the place where you accept nothing less than what God has placed on the inside of you, than the sum of all the greatness that He has for your life. You accept nothing that will cause that to be dimmed down. So I want to leave you with this. In our society today, a lot of times the value of something is determined by how much somebody would be willing to spend to buy it. So we said that the value of the Mona Lisa was listed at over $1 billion. So a billionaire, someone who's got tons and tons and tons of free cash laying around, is someone who maybe would be able to go out and go after purchasing the Mona Lisa. Well, for you and I want you to understand that God laid everything on the line to show how much we were worth to Him. But He didn't do it with money. He did it with blood. The blood of Jesus. The blood of Jesus was shed so that you and I could have this priceless identity, and so that you and I could live a life that was reflective of the fact that we are priceless on the inside, priceless on the outside. So with that said, I want you to go ahead, hit subscribe, hit like, share this video with others. We'll look to see you next week, and remember, you are a masterpiece.